Hi, I'm Tanya Mitchell, Certified Franchise Executive, and I'm with my father today, Dr. Ken Gibson. He is the founder of the world's largest personal brain training program, which is offered in franchises and licenses in over 45 countries around the world. He also offers cognitive testing, and he's the co-author of the book, The Purpose-Directed Business. And today we're going to be discussing why you should choose a brain training franchise over tutoring or educational business opportunities. So we're going to discuss these 6 different topics. Okay. The first is that tutoring is not unique. And
everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it. There's probably a lot of tutors right now in your community. So you set yourself up to compete right away.
A lot of competition.
Yes. And so why not offer something unique,
innovative,
and needed,
right,
and not like every other person on the corner.
Right. And we'll give you some good reasons as we cover the next few.
Yes. The next one is that you can charge a lot more for brain training versus tutoring. So with tutoring, you're competing with maybe the high schooler next door that can tutor, or maybe a mom, or a lot of times teachers will tutor after school, and so you're competing with maybe $12 an hour or $20 an hour,
or free.
Yes, and so it's very difficult to compete with brain training, which offers an incredible service. The average going rate is about $85 to $95 an hour.
Yeah.
And so you're able to help a lot more people, have employees and trainers do that for you and make a lot more money.
Right.
The next one is that tutoring does not have the same high customer satisfaction as brain training.
Right. Our satisfaction rating is what, 9.6?
Out of 10. So when we ask people at the end of training, how likely would you refer your friends or client, family to Learning RX? We've averaged a 9.6 out of 10 rating for over 7 years.
And that's important because one of the major avenues for new students is referrals from satisfied people. So you want to wow your students to such a degree, they get such a big change. Parents are so much aware of the changes as well as the student, and you do that through the brain training that they refer other people.
Right. You don't get high reviews with an average product like tutoring or homework help. It doesn't make a big enough difference for them to go tell everybody about it.
Right.
Number 4. With brain training, you can help all ages, anyone from about 4.5 to our oldest client was 95. Imagine how big of a business you could build when anyone could benefit from your product versus tutoring, which has limited hours and a limited group of people.
One of the reasons for that is in tutoring, you're dealing with academic subjects. With brain training, we're dealing with the underlying cognitive skills that include memory, attention, processing speed, long-term memory, visualization, auditory processing. These are the underlying skills that determine how easy, how fast, and how well we learn. And it's not just how we learn, it's also how we perform. So even an older person that wants to perform better can improve those skills. Or you can take a young person that's actually doing fairly well and improve their performance as well.
Yeah, so you can enhance, you can solve struggles, you can help people in many, many different ways.
Right, and all ages.
Yes. So then you can help people during the day versus having maybe an empty center, waiting for school to get out. Tutoring can be very limiting. Brain training is not.
Right.
The next one is that brain training is backed by research and results. And how many tutoring companies have you gone on, clicked on results or research and found that? I can't even actually think of tutoring companies that have research link to what they do are peer-reviewed backed programs.
That was something when we first started, I started always testing people pre and post any type of training or work that we did with them. And we used the best tests in the world to measure pre and post test results. And one thing we continued to do, because the test we used wasn't a single score, it measured different components of cognitive abilities. And so we could measure what kind of changes we're making in each one of those. And when we weren't getting enough change in one, we would work on developing more procedures, and those that worked with us and trained around the world sent their ideas back in, and we kept improving the program. So the results we get today are unmatched.
Yes.
Even if you can take something like reading, which a lot of people do reading, you look at the results that we get, and nobody matches the type of changes we get so quickly, and these are long-term changes.
Yes. I mean, why offer a reading program that they just have when you could offer the best reading program backed by research? And something he's always been after his whole life is making sure that what we offered was the best.
So, and later we'll give them a place they could go and actually look at these results, look at the findings, look at the changes, look at what people are saying about these results, and you're going to find it exciting.
Good. And then the last one is that tutoring is a Band-Aid. And he's added a little bit to it, but if you tutor, there's a lot of statistics out there about how many people have cognitive weaknesses versus maybe a gap in their knowledge. So I come from a military family. We've moved around a little bit, and sometimes when you move around, maybe they missed a class versus someone who just consistently struggles in school. Who may turn to tutoring because that's the only thing offered in their area,
right.
But does it work?
Well, it may work for that one subject, but next year they have the same problem again. If that does solve the problem, then fine, you're in good shape. But so often kids that need tutoring need it over year after year. They need it in multiple different subjects. And the reason is we're not attacking the cause. We're attacking a symptom, which is poor academics. If you go to the underlying cause of why they're having it and work on that and train those skills, then you're taking care of the cause and you stop needing tutoring and extra help.
Right. And I could see that it would be really frustrating for someone who is choosing an opportunity because they want to grow a business while making a real difference, and they choose the tutoring concept and just realize they're not really helping.
They're helping temporarily. They're helping temporarily, but they're not really going after the cause and why the child struggles or the adult struggles to begin with.
Right. So, last option, why not choose something that's really going to make a difference in your community, help a lot of people, and also allow you the opportunity to have your own business and be able to be rewarded both ways, not only with business success, but also making a difference in people's lives.
Right, right.